A woman I know hit a curb pretty hard last winter. Sidewall blew out immediately. She called a tow truck, got it to a shop, and they told her she needed a new tire. She said, "Fine, put one on. Here's my card." The tire tech came back and told her she should really consider replacing all four. She asked why. He said her other tires were worn, and mixing a new tire with worn ones causes handling problems. She thought he was upselling her. She'd heard that line before, paid for one tire and drove home. 4 months later, she's describing to me how her car started pulling to one side on the highway and felt unstable in wet corners. Took it to a different shop. That mechanic pointed at her tires immediately. New tire on the front right, worn tires everywhere else. He asked who put just one tire on an AWD vehicle. She had a Subaru Outback, all-wheel drive. The single new tire had already caused measurable damage to her center differential. The repair estimate was $1,400. One tire cost her $1,400. Here's the full explanation of why. Why tire diameter matters more than anyone tells you. When a tire wears down, it gets physically smaller in diameter, not by a huge amount, but enough to matter mechanically. A brand new tire in a common size like 225/65 R17 has an outer diameter of roughly 29 inches. That same tire worn down to 4/32 of tread, which is when most people start thinking about replacing, has an outer diameter closer to 28.4 inches. That's about a 0.6-inch difference in diameter, which translates to a circumference difference of nearly 2 inches per revolution. 2 inches per revolution sounds small, but at highway speed, that tire is rotating roughly 800 times per mile. Multiply 2 inches by 800 rotations, and that single tire is traveling about 130 feet less per mile than the new tire next to it. Both tires are bolted to the same car doing the same speed. One is spinning faster than the other to cover the same distance. On a front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive car, that difference creates uneven handling, pulling, and accelerated wear on the new tire as it compensates for the mismatch, annoying and expensive over time. On an AWD car, it is a completely different problem. What happens to an AWD car with one new tire? AWD systems are engineered around one core assumption. All four tires are rotating at the same speed. The system distributes torque between axles and between wheels based on that assumption. The moment one tire is a significantly different size than the others, that assumption is broken. The center differential, the component that manages power split between the front and rear axle, constantly tries to compensate for what it reads as wheel slip when one tire is rotating faster than the others. It's doing this every mile, under normal driving, under braking, through corners. The differential is working when it shouldn't have to be. Over time, that continuous compensation generates heat and mechanical stress inside the differential. The clutch packs wear faster, the fluid degrades faster. In some AWD systems, particularly those with electronically controlled torque vectoring, the system throws fault codes after enough mileage and goes into a reduced functionality mode. The manufacturer specifications on most AWD vehicles state the tires should be within 2/32 of an inch of each other in tread depth across all four positions. Some manufacturers are stricter than that. Subaru's official documentation says no more than 1/4 inch of circumference difference between any two tires, which in practice means your tires need to be within about 2/32 of each other. The woman with the Outback had roughly 6/32 of tread depth variation between her new tire and her most worn tire, 3 times the acceptable limit, for 4 months. $1,400 was actually a reasonable outcome. Full center differential replacements on AWD vehicles run anywhere from $1,800 to $4,000, depending on the make and model. What about front-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive? Even on non-AWD vehicles, replacing a single tire creates a problem that most people feel but can't explain. Your car's stability control, traction control, and ABS systems all use wheel speed sensors to monitor each tire individually. These systems are calibrated around consistent tire sizes. When one tire has a different rolling circumference than the others, the sensors are reading different speeds at each corner, even when the car is going straight on a flat road. That introduces small errors into every calculation those systems make. In normal driving, you won't trigger those systems, so the errors don't matter much. But in an emergency, hard braking, sudden swerving, low traction surface, those systems activate and they're working from slightly wrong data. ABS modulates brake pressure based on what the wheel speed sensors say. Stability control applies braking to individual wheels based on those same sensors. Small errors in that data at the wrong moment can mean the system intervenes slightly late, or not at the right wheel, or with the wrong amount of correction. I'm not saying your stability control stops working. I'm saying it works less accurately than it was designed to. And those systems exist specifically for the moments when everything else has gone wrong. The tread pattern problem. There's another issue that doesn't get talked about enough. Tires wear in patterns specific to their position on the car. A front tire on a front-wheel drive car wears faster in the center and on the outer edges from cornering loads and braking. A rear tire on the same car wears more evenly because it's just being dragged along. When you put a new tire with a completely fresh, deep tread pattern next to a worn tire, the grip levels are genuinely different at each corner of the car. In dry conditions, you probably won't notice. In wet conditions, the difference is significant because water evacuation, how quickly the tread channels water away from the contact patch, is directly related to tread depth. A new tire evacuates water efficiently. A worn tire next to it is not evacuating water at nearly the same rate. Under hard braking on a wet road, those two tires are generating different grip levels at the same corner of the car. That imbalance creates yaw, a rotating force that pulls the car sideways under braking. It's subtle at moderate speeds. At 65 miles per hour on a wet highway, it is not subtle. This is why tire shops recommend putting new tires on the rear axle when you're only replacing two. The rear losing grip unexpectedly in a corner causes oversteer, the back of the car stepping out, which is much harder to control than understeer from the front. Rear grip is your safety net. It should have the better tires. When replacing just one is actually acceptable. There are situations where a single tire replacement is fine. If your other three tires are relatively new, under 15,000 miles, same brand and model, 630 seconds or more of tread remaining, one replacement tire of the same exact model keeps the mismatch small enough that it won't cause meaningful mechanical stress or handling imbalance. Same brand, same model matters here. A different tire model in the same size still has different rubber compound stiffness and different tread pattern behavior. If you drive a two-wheel drive vehicle, the tolerance for mismatch is wider than AWD. Still not ideal, but the mechanical consequences are much less severe. The absolute rule is this: never replace a single tire on an AWD vehicle unless the other three are close to new. The math on diameter mismatch is just too punishing on that drivetrain. The actual cost comparison. People resist replacing 2 or 4 tires at once because they're looking at the upfront number. Understandable. But run the math on what my friend paid. One tire replacement cost her roughly $180, including mounting and balancing. Then $1,400 in differential repair 4 months later. Total cost of the single tire decision, $1,580. A full set of 4 mid-range tires on that Outback would have been around $600 installed. She spent $1,580 trying to avoid spending $600. When a shop tells you to replace tires more than one, the question worth asking isn't whether they're upselling you. The question is whether the math works in your favor to say no. Usually it doesn't. Replace tires in pairs at minimum. Same axle, same brand, same model. On AWD vehicles, if 3 tires are significantly worn, replace all 4. The differential repair bill is not a hypothetical. It happens to real people every week. Check the tread depth on all 4 tires before you buy even one. If 2 or more are at 430 seconds or below, you already know what the right decision is. One tire is rarely the cheap option. It just feels that way at the counter. The next video is about tire pressure. specifically why the number on your door sticker might be wrong for your situation and what it's actually doing to your tires every single day.